Are you comfortable working with a cleaning staff? Absolutely. I have extensive experience in leading and managing a cleaning staff, both as a housekeeping supervisor and as an assistant manager. I understand the importance of setting clear expectations for my team members and providing them with the necessary resources to complete their tasks efficiently and effectively. I also take great pride in creating a positive work environment that encourages collaboration and communication between all team members. Okay. I believe that it is essential to build strong relationships with each member of the cleaning staff so that they feel valued and respected. This helps create a culture of trust and respect which leads to better performance and higher job satisfaction. I am confident that I can bring this same level of dedication and commitment to your organization. What are some of the most important qualities for a housekeeping supervisor to have? The most important qualities for a housekeeping supervisor to have are strong organizational and communication skills. As a supervisor, I understand the importance of staying organized and managing multiple tasks at once. I am able to prioritize tasks based on urgency and ensure that all duties are completed in a timely manner. Additionally, I possess excellent communication skills which are essential for effectively leading a team. I am confident in my ability to provide clear instructions to staff members and communicate any changes or updates in a professional manner. I also believe in creating an open dialogue with employees so they feel comfortable expressing their concerns and ideas. How would you deal with a situation where one of your employees was not meeting your quality control standards? When it comes to quality control, I believe in taking a proactive approach. The first step would be to have an open and honest conversation with the employee about their performance. During this discussion, I would clearly explain what is expected of them and provide feedback on how they can improve. I would also take the time to understand why the employee is not meeting standards. It could be due to lack of training or understanding of expectations. If that's the case, I would provide additional resources and support to ensure they are able to meet the required standards. If the issue persists after providing additional guidance and support, then I would consider other disciplinary measures such as issuing warnings or suspending the employee. Ultimately, my goal is to help the employee succeed and reach the desired level of quality control. What is your process for evaluating the performance of your cleaning staff? My process for evaluating the performance of my cleaning staff begins with setting clear expectations and goals. I ensure that everyone is aware of their responsibilities, as well as any deadlines or standards that need to be met. I also make sure to provide regular feedback and recognition when tasks are completed in a satisfactory manner. I use a combination of observation and data tracking to evaluate the performance of my team. This includes monitoring the quality of work being done, checking in on progress regularly, and recording metrics such as time spent on each task. I also collect feedback from customers and other stakeholders to get an accurate picture of how our services are performing. Provide an example of a time when you had to deal with an upset guest. I recently had to deal with an upset guest at my previous job. The guest had arrived late and was not happy with the room they were given. I immediately went to their room to assess the situation and listen to their concerns. After listening to their grievances, I offered a solution that would make them more comfortable. I offered to move them to another room that better suited their needs and provided complimentary breakfast for the following morning. Okay. The guest was very pleased with this resolution and thanked me for my prompt attention to their issue. This experience taught me how important it is to be proactive in dealing with customer complaints and always strive to provide solutions that are satisfactory to both parties. As housekeeping supervisor, I will ensure that all guests receive the highest quality of service and that any issues are addressed promptly and professionally. If a guest left complaints about one of your employees, what would your investigation process look like? If a guest left complaints about one of my employees, I would take the situation very seriously. My first step would be to speak with the employee in question and get their side of the story. After that, I would review any relevant evidence such as CCTV footage or written documentation from other staff members who may have witnessed the incident. Finally, I would consult with the hotel management team to determine an appropriate course of action. What would you do if you noticed that one of your employees was not following company policies? If I noticed that one of my employees was not following company policies, the first thing I would do is sit down with them to discuss the issue. I believe in open communication and creating a positive work environment where everyone feels comfortable expressing their concerns. During this conversation, I would explain why it's important for everyone to follow the company policies and what the consequences are if they don't. I would also take the time to listen to any feedback or questions they may have about the policy. This helps ensure that everyone understands the importance of following the rules and encourages them to be more mindful of their actions. Finally, I would document the conversation so that there is a record of our discussion and any disciplinary action taken. How well do you perform under pressure? I am very comfortable performing under pressure. I have been a housekeeping supervisor for the past 5 years and understand that it can be a high-pressure job. During this time, I have developed strong organizational skills to ensure that all tasks are completed on time and to a high standard. I also have excellent problem-solving skills which allow me to quickly identify and resolve any issues that may arise. Okay. In addition, I am able to stay calm and composed in stressful situations. I recognize the importance of remaining professional and focused when dealing with difficult guests or staff members. I always strive to maintain a positive attitude and work diligently to find solutions that will benefit everyone involved. Finally, I am an effective communicator who is able to clearly explain instructions and expectations to my team so that they can complete their tasks efficiently. Do you have experience managing a budget? Yes, I have experience managing a budget. During my time as housekeeping supervisor at my previous job, I was responsible for overseeing the department's budget and ensuring that all expenses were kept within the allocated amount. I also worked closely with other departments to ensure that our costs remained low while still providing quality services. I am well versed in cost control methods, such as using bulk purchasing and negotiating contracts with suppliers. I understand how to maximize efficiency and minimize waste, which helps keep costs down. In addition, I am familiar with financial reporting systems and can easily track spending and create detailed reports. When performing quality control checks, what areas do you focus on? When performing quality control checks, I focus on a few key areas. First, I check to make sure that all rooms are clean and up to the standards of the hotel. This includes checking for dust, dirt, and any other debris that may have been left behind by previous guests. Second, I inspect the bathrooms to ensure they are properly stocked with toiletries and supplies, as well as making sure there's no mold or mildew present. Finally, I look at the overall condition of the room, such as furniture, carpets, drapes, and bedding, to make sure everything is in good working order. By focusing on these areas during my quality control checks, I can ensure that each guest has an enjoyable stay and that our hotel meets its high standards. We want to improve our customer service. Give me an example of how you would implement a change that would improve customer satisfaction. I understand the importance of providing excellent customer service, and I have a proven track record of implementing successful changes to improve customer satisfaction. For example, when I was working as a housekeeping supervisor at my previous job, I implemented a new system for tracking customer feedback. This allowed us to quickly identify areas where customers were not satisfied with our services and take immediate action to address those issues. We also created a survey that we sent out after each stay so that we could get direct feedback from our guests about their experience. By using this data, we were able to make small but meaningful changes that had a big impact on customer satisfaction. Describe your experience with using cleaning equipment. I have extensive experience using a variety of cleaning equipment. I am familiar with all types of vacuums, mops, and other tools used in the housekeeping industry. During my time as housekeeping supervisor at my previous job, I was responsible for training new staff on how to use the various pieces of equipment. This included teaching them the proper safety protocols when operating the machines, as well as demonstrating how to properly clean each area of the facility. Okay. I also implemented a system that tracked the usage of each piece of equipment, ensuring that it was maintained regularly and replaced if necessary. This allowed us to keep our costs down while still providing excellent service to our guests. In addition, I worked closely with vendors to ensure that we had access to the latest technology and products available in the market. What makes you stand out from other housekeeping supervisors? I believe my experience and qualifications make me stand out from other housekeeping supervisors. I have over 10 years of professional housekeeping experience, including 5 years as a housekeeping supervisor. During this time, I have developed strong leadership skills and the ability to manage multiple tasks simultaneously. My team has consistently exceeded expectations in terms of cleanliness and customer satisfaction. I also bring a unique set of organizational and problem-solving skills that help me stay on top of all aspects of housekeeping operations. I am highly detail-oriented and take great pride in ensuring that everything is done correctly and efficiently. Finally, I'm an excellent communicator who can effectively work with staff members at all levels. Which cleaning methods do you prefer to use? I prefer to use a combination of cleaning methods depending on the situation. For example, I like to use traditional manual cleaning techniques such as sweeping and mopping for general housekeeping duties. However, if there is a need for deep cleaning or sanitizing, then I will opt for more modern methods such as steam cleaning or chemical disinfection. What do you think is the most important aspect of customer service? I believe that the most important aspect of customer service is providing a positive and memorable experience. This means ensuring that guests feel welcomed, respected, and valued throughout their stay. As housekeeping supervisor, I strive to ensure that all guests have an enjoyable and comfortable experience in our hotel. To do this, I make sure that my housekeeping staff are well trained on proper cleaning techniques and guest service etiquette. I also lead by example and set high standards for myself and my team when it comes to delivering exceptional customer service. Finally, I am always available to answer any questions or address any concerns that guests may have during their stay. How often do you recommend that employees clean specific areas of a room? When it comes to cleaning specific areas of a room, I believe that consistency is key. I recommend that employees clean each area at least once per day, with more frequent attention given to high traffic and heavily used areas. For example, the bathroom should be cleaned every morning and evening, while the bed linens should be changed daily. In addition, I suggest that all surfaces are wiped down with disinfectant regularly throughout the day. I also believe in providing detailed instructions for each task so that employees know exactly what needs to be done and how often. This ensures that the job is completed correctly and efficiently. Finally, I encourage regular communication between staff members and myself so that any issues can be addressed quickly and effectively. There is a new cleaning method that will allow employees to complete tasks faster. Would you be willing to implement it? Absolutely. I understand the importance of finding ways to make tasks more efficient, and I'm always open to new ideas. As a housekeeping supervisor, it's my job to ensure that all employees are working efficiently and effectively. If there is a new cleaning method that will help them complete their tasks faster, then I am absolutely willing to implement it. Okay. I have experience in training staff on new methods and procedures, so I am confident I can teach everyone how to use this new cleaning method quickly and accurately. Furthermore, I'm also comfortable with troubleshooting any issues that may arise while using the new system. My goal is to provide the best possible service for guests and colleagues alike, and I believe implementing this new cleaning method will be beneficial for both parties. How do you motivate and encourage employees to reach their goals? Motivating and encouraging employees to reach their goals is a key part of my role as housekeeping supervisor. I believe that positive reinforcement is the best way to motivate people, so I make sure to recognize and reward employees for meeting their goals. This could be through verbal praise or tangible rewards such as gift cards or extra time off. Okay. I also like to set clear expectations with my team members on what needs to be done and how they can achieve it. By setting achievable goals and providing guidance along the way, I am able to help them stay focused and motivated. Finally, I ensure that there are opportunities for growth within the department so that employees feel valued and have something to strive towards. Describe a time when you had to resolve a conflict between two cleaning staff members. I had a situation where two cleaning staff members were in disagreement about the best way to complete the task. I took the time to listen to both sides of the story and understand their perspectives. After gathering all the facts, I was able to come up with an effective solution that satisfied both parties. I then explained my decision to them and made sure they understood why it was the best course of action. Finally, I monitored the situation closely to ensure that the conflict did not resurface. What systems or processes have you implemented in the past that increased efficiency? I have a proven track record of implementing systems and processes that increase efficiency in the housekeeping department. For example, at my previous job I developed an inventory system for tracking cleaning supplies and equipment. This allowed us to better monitor our resources and ensure we had enough on hand to meet our needs. I also created a checklist system for staff members to follow when performing their duties. This ensured that tasks were completed correctly and efficiently, while also providing accountability. Finally, I implemented a scheduling system that optimized staff hours and minimized overtime costs. All these changes resulted in increased productivity and cost savings for the company. Are there any areas of housekeeping that you think need improvement? Absolutely. I believe that housekeeping can always be improved in some way or another. One area I think needs improvement is communication between housekeeping staff and management. It's important to have a clear line of communication so that everyone is on the same page when it comes to tasks, expectations, and deadlines. Another area I would like to see improved is training for new hires. Having a comprehensive training program ensures that all employees are up to date with industry standards and best practices. Finally, I think there should be more focus on customer service. Housekeeping staff should be trained to provide excellent customer service to ensure guests feel welcome and comfortable during their stay. Do you have experience setting up and maintaining inventory levels for cleaning supplies? Yes, I have extensive experience setting up and maintaining inventory levels for cleaning supplies. During my time as a housekeeping supervisor at my previous job, I was responsible for ordering, stocking, and organizing all of the necessary cleaning supplies. I also worked closely with vendors to ensure that we had the right amount of supplies on hand at all times. I developed an efficient system for tracking inventory levels and ensuring that our supply closet was always well stocked. I also created a detailed checklist to help staff members quickly identify what items needed to be restocked. This allowed us to maintain accurate records while keeping costs low. What strategies have you used to help your team increase productivity? I have implemented a number of strategies to help my team increase productivity. Firstly, I ensure that all staff members are aware of their individual responsibilities and the importance of meeting deadlines. This helps create an environment of accountability and encourages everyone to work efficiently. Secondly, I provide regular feedback on performance so that everyone is aware of how they can improve. Finally, I strive to motivate my team by recognizing their efforts and offering incentives for a successful completion of tasks. By doing this, I am able to maintain high morale and encourage my team to stay focused and productive. What methods do you use to ensure compliance with health and safety regulations? I take health and safety regulations very seriously, as they are essential to providing a safe and comfortable environment for guests. To ensure compliance with these regulations, I use several methods. First, I make sure that all staff members have the necessary training on health and safety procedures. This includes regular refresher courses and updates on any changes in legislation. Additionally, I conduct frequent inspections of the premises to check for any potential hazards or risks. If any issues are identified, I work with my team to develop an action plan to address them. Finally, I keep up-to-date records of all health and safety checks, so that we can easily track our progress and identify areas where further improvements may be needed. Can you provide examples of how you have successfully managed multiple tasks simultaneously? Absolutely. I have extensive experience in managing multiple tasks simultaneously as a housekeeping supervisor. For example, when I was working at my previous job, I had to manage the daily operations of the housekeeping department while also ensuring that all guest rooms were clean and up to standard. To do this, I implemented an efficient system for assigning tasks to my team members and monitored their progress throughout the day. This allowed me to stay on top of any issues or delays that may arise. In addition, I regularly communicated with other departments such as maintenance and front desk to ensure that our services ran smoothly. My efforts resulted in an increase in customer satisfaction scores and overall efficiency in the housekeeping department.
Conclusion. The bottom line is this: be prepared, Do your research, and understand the job you are being interviewed for and how your skills, personality and experience match the job's requirements. Close the interview with questions, pass on your calling card if you have one, thank them for their time and give a firm handshake before smiling and saying goodbye.